Lovers of video games and other video game type things like hats. This is the RetroTech 120p challenge, and this is Neo Turf Masters, Neo Geo's premier golf game. If you'd like to join this challenge, and why wouldn't you? Some of you may already have joined this challenge. But yes, what you do is you go to the RetroTech 100 group, or you just follow the link down below. You join up, and then you have as many practices as you want on this. I decided not to practice because I played this a few times on my iPad a few years ago, and I thought, you know what, I remember enough about it. It's pretty simple what you have to do. I had to play it though on an online thing because I can't get my Neo Geo zip file to load into my RetroArch because I'm an idiot. I had to do that for the football game too, so I had to play it online. But yeah, it's the same thing. So that's why that little thing popped up there. So what you do is you can have as many goes as you like, and then once you've had as many goes as you like, you go, you know what, it's time for me to lay down the gauntlet. And that gauntlet is in the shape of 20 pence, which is a lovely little shape, isn't it? Got the Queen's face on it, so it does. God bless you, and all the ride in you. Don't ride in the Queen. I'm sure it's illegal, although she is single now. So what you do is you have your recorded run. That is your 20p as far as you get on 2 credits, and then you submit it. You put it on your YouTube channel, or if you want Vimeo. I'm sure no one has any problems with Vimeo. You can put it on TikTok if you're really crap, because it's 20 seconds. But I think most of the runs this week should run over like 5 to 10 to 15 minutes. I think there'll be someone out there, undoubtedly, he'll be smashing the ball left, right and centre and showing everyone else up, as they usually do. But yes, you can join that challenge, and if you win, you get people going, all right, well done, I guess. And then someone at random, if you've played the game this week, you get to choose the next one if your name comes up. What will I choose this week? Oh, I don't know. I've had Outfoxes for the last few weeks because I think that's one of those games that everyone's sort of aware that it's good, but not many people have played it. It's an arcade game that people do like. This one is also a game people do like. It's probably the most fondly thought of golf game, I would say. I think a lot of people obviously would have liked Tiger Woods back in the day before it became a DLC bonanza. I'm just thinking it's going to be a DLC bonanza because it's from EA. I have no idea whether you have to download Ian Woosnam, if he still plays. I bet he doesn't. Ernie Els or Nick Faldo, or I can't think of any modern ones. Sorry, I don't watch golf, but it is a golf game. I think it's fairly simple to play. You basically have to work out how far you got to hit it. You got to look at your weather conditions and your grain and whatever, and then you just have to time the button exactly right so you get 100% or just over, and then hit it right in that nice bit. It's a really simple control method, and half of this game is from that control method. That's where the beauty is. And you can lose several minutes to it. But I think it's pretty good. It is a pretty good golf game. It's slim pickings, I must admit. Not a high octane week this week. I do suspect that some people might not play it this week, but they should. It is alright. It's alright. I just did a cough. Well done. So what about Neo Turf Masters then? Well, yes, as I say, it's a beloved golf game. It's many people's favourite golf game, as I've said as well, including my son really likes it, mainly because that girl goes on the green, and he does an impression of that. I think it was in Kim Justice's top 5 of her arcade games, and I couldn't find a lot to disagree with in that list. I know a few people might disagree with some of the things in that list, but WrestleFest at number 1, obviously. Very good. It came out in 1996. It was NASCAR's NASCAR a software house who released this, a Metal Slug from memory, and they were quickly bought up by SNK, and all the subsequent Metal Slugs sequels came out through SNK instead. Didn't get any conversions to like the Mega Drive or anything like that. This it has come out, I think since on Virtual Consoles. As I said, I played it on iOS. I'm pretty sure it must have come out on Android as well, and I wouldn't be surprised to see if it had come out on a few some of those packs and Steam and things like that as well. It's certainly a well thought of game. Can't remember if it was on the Neo Geo Mini. That seemed to be like 90% one-on-one fighting games with a couple of shooters thrown in. Probably, I don't know. I have got one, but I can't. And the box is about a metre away, and I can't be bothered to look because I'm lazy. So yeah, there we go. So probably time for the genital fact of the week. You probably think, as you've seen that word flash up a few times, I'm going to do eagle or a birdie. But you know what? I've talked about birds enough. Birds are in almost every game. You know what's not in games, and this was a suggestion by Vulcan Gaming, otherwise known as Anthony, who I will be doing a collab with probably this week, but there's a lot of work to do on it, so maybe next week. Which will be about Commodore 64s and Spectrums. This is going to be this genital fact is going to be about gophers, as you may remember in the hit comedy film Caddyshack, Bill Murray had trouble with a gopher, indeed trying to blow it up with dynamite towards the end of the movie and blowing up the golf course. But yes, this is going to be about gophers, and let's talk about gophers now. Gophers are pregnant for a very short period. The northern pocket gopher and the plains pocket gopher are generally pregnant for just 20 days, sometimes even less, up to 18 days. They reach sexual maturity, gophers, at about 1 year of age, but then if you only live for 3 years, you've got to be in a bit of a hurry. And generally they give birth to 3 to 4 young per litter. Males lack a protruding penis, don't we all? And their testicles are generally internal. That would be the cold weather. The penis will appear with the aid of a baculum, a bone in its shaft. I get that sometimes when watching certain adult movies. Generally, the male and the female of the species don't get on, avoiding each other and fighting like kids who secretly fancy each other. Once February and March hit, that's when the male's balls get inflamed with sexual lust, and they'll go out of their burrows with amorous thoughts. Maybe a bunch of flowers. Probably not. But you know what? There is a certain amount of romance to male gophers. I'm sure Christian will be very pleased to hear this. Male Camas pocket gophers are monogamous, sticking with one female until she dies or leaves him for Clive, the security guard, who she insisted was just a friend at work. They spent a lot of time together. They come out late. At first he thought nothing of it, this poor gopher, and then he found a pack of condoms in a purse. He wasn't happy about it. Clive denied anything was going on, but he caught him in the act, and he found spunk in her hair. But yes, that is the end of the genital facts. So let's draw a veil over that. Bloody Clive stealing the gopher's wife. I chose a German, as you can see. He's got a face like an anvil, and or a moon, like those cartoon moons. Don't actually talk a lot about the games when I'm playing these. You're about to see my imminent death, I think, if it's this course. Yes, I land in the very small bit of heavy rough, and then we'll consequently spend about 15 shots trying to get out of it. Look at that red against blue bar in the low, nice high bit. It is a bugger to get out when you're in that point. It's a fatal trap. up until this point I was doing all right, and if you land in this rough, you're screwed. So there's that. So what else to tell you about it? Well, I don't know if you've got any other favourite Neo Geo games. I quite like the football ones, the Super Sidekicks and the subsequent sequels, the Neo Cup finals and what have you. They're really good. I've always liked King of the Monsters. I always had a fond thought or two for that, along with, of course, your Fatal Furies, King of the Fighters, those sort of games. They're all good fun. And your Metal Slugs, of course, as well. All really good. But let's just remind you, join the Retro Tech group. The link is down below, so you might as well. What's there to lose there? Get on there, have some fun. You know, you can subsequently watch me fail. You can fail too, or you might do really well, and you'll become one of the top challengers, and you can then select a game. As I say, if you've entered, you can select a game, and that's really good, isn't it? You can select a game, you can show off, you can pick a game you're secretly good at, as long as you've not had it before, and wow, you can blow our socks off with your prowess. But yes, as I say, join in down below. There's a nice game over screen there, the lady caddy watching her majestic man do his thing in the dusk. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the talk about gophers. There'll be another animal fact next week, I'm sure, and I'll see you soon. Okay, thanks and bye.